this video that you are about to watch, I believe very strongly is going to change the course of event in Nigeria. This video is going to put an end to that institution called Inec. Yes, the video that you're about to watch, what you're about to listen to, is going to change. Yes, it's going to change a lot in Nigeria. It's going to change and shift the paradigm. It's going to change how people see things. It's going to change how people reason about things. You all know what happened. All right, someone has been declared. Yes, no problem. Can you please release what you claimed you looked at, collated? After all, you are not spirits. It's not as if you say one spirit told you. These are physical events. Can we see? Because we have one that contradicts what you have. We know you are the umpire, but please, we know you are the one that is going to mark the result. But can we challenge what you claim or not? Now, all of a sudden, Inec has now become that lecturer, that teacher that will tell you, who are you? Who are you, by the way, by the corner? What gives you the right to challenge my result? What gives you the right to say this person did not win? We are the only person. We are the only institution. We are the only group of people that has the right to determine who wins the election. We have been given the mandate, the authority. The law backs us. Constitution backs us. Every policy backs us up. We cannot believe someone who lost, claiming that election should be annulled, cancelled. No, you are a loser. Every loser will always sing the same song. This is what is coming from the mouth of Inec. But then, how difficult is it? How difficult? Rufai Oseni of Arise TV has something to say about this. This is serious. I mean, no one is joking about this anymore. Yes, they want to get it exactly as it is. They want to find out what it is all about. Show it to us. Show us proof. Don't just tell us this is what it is. In fact, they use a term. They said cherry picking. Cherry picking. Inec wants to take their case to the court. When the court gives order, they take that. Then, when they are told to release data, release materials, then they block their ears and refuse to listen. You know what? Let us just listen. Let us watch. Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new here. Let's get right into it.
Making bones and sweat about Inec violating the rule of law. Inec that couldn't follow his own regulations and guidelines that he wrote by itself, and now is violating the court order. It just shows that the country is lawless. This same Inec that people complained that was supposed to review presidential election results by the commission that didn't do anything, and you expect them not to cherry pick? Please, let's stop deceiving ourselves. It's not today we've been cherry picking. In fact, we've become more cherry than pickers. That's who we've become. It just shows the grand hypocrisy that happens in this country. The same Inec can run to the courts to reconfigure beavers, but can also ignore the court order. But you see, we forget history so much, and I think that's why we're having problems in this country. The fact that we think that it is today things went bad as regards the rule of law and judiciary, we forget. Sorry, I'm going to quote Fela again. People say I quote Fela too much. When Fela said judge they beg in the 80s, how a judge charged Fela, and we know what happened in that case. So let's not surprise ourselves. Inec doesn't respect the rule of law. It's as simple as that. Because like the Inec chairman claimed that we've got nothing to hide. If you have nothing to hide, by now they should be inspecting all the materials. It just shows to a large extent that the fidelity of those materials are already suspects. And it will take a lot of convincing for Inec to say otherwise. But I'm not surprised. An institution that couldn't abide by the own guidelines he did right. Will you think we abide by a court order? That's a big question. An institution that couldn't abide by its own guidelines do you think will abide by a court order?
And as you saw with the lead counsel there, Justice, Mr. Uzoku, Livy Uzoku, he said the limitations in terms of the time to file an election petition, and this is quite critical to their case. They need to be able to observe the materials and then make judgment based on, or build a case based on what they see as perhaps irregularities. What we're asking Inec to do, and I'm glad that the chairman of Inec was on screen there. You saw him, he spoke, he has given assurances that they would give to all the parties in question access to these documents. What Nigerians are asking for is for Inec to be fair, to play fair, and to ensure that they obey the rulings of the court. When Dr. Batu was speaking earlier, I'm glad that he touched on the part of the rule of law and how this has been handled, particularly in this administration. And I'll end by just quoting Justice Emmanuel Egwim when he was speaking during the ruling of the 3rd of March 2023 on obeying the rule of law. He said the rule of law upon which our democratic governance is founded becomes illusory if the president of the country or any authority or person refuses to obey the orders of courts. I'll end there. But very importantly, we have to be seen and be people who recognize and obey the rule of law. Inec, please do the right thing so that the parties in question can view the materials.
Now, to further buttress this, to send it home, straight to the point, one of the chief hosts of Arise Television, Reuben Abati, said, "What is it about Inec? Do you have skeletons in your cupboard? Why are you cherry picking? Why is it so difficult for you to release materials? Why is it so hard? This is not your personal property. Yes, the Constitution backs you. You've been, appointed. But why is this so personal? Why are you not acting like a public institution? Or is it APC INEC, PDP INEC, Labour Party INEC? I thought INEC should be a neutral body, an umpire that will say, this person, from what we counted, from what we collected, got this. This person got this, end of story. Why is it so difficult? Why is it getting so hard? Why is it becoming a rocket science? Why is INEC becoming so unsure of themselves? Or maybe they simply just announced whoever it is that they wish to announce. What really went wrong? What happened? They want to find out. INEC claimed that their server had some issues, technical issues, and they had to shut it down to do some update and that, but that didn't stop or disturb all of the votes since they are all coming physically from different polling units. Like, seriously? All right, how are we then how are we going to be able to ascertain that every data, number of votes that came from different polling units are reliable? That, I believe, is the bone of contention. And this is what Reuben Abati sent home. Let us hear him speak about this.
It's a constitutional matters. I quoted earlier on Section 287. If you don't obey what the courts of the land say, then you are guilty of contempt. Contempt can be in two forms. Contempt in facie curia, that is in the face of the court. Contempt ex facie curia, that is contempt away from the face of the court. Now, what INEC is faced with is the likely charge of choosing, cherry-picking, being selective in terms of what order of court that it will obey. That is not acceptable. On March 3, and subsequently, I think on March 7, the Wednesday that followed March 3, the court ruled that INEC must allow the principal parties to the suit before the Presidential Election Party Petition Tribunal access to election materials. To which PDP, Labour Party, and also the candidate of the All Progressives Congress acting in self-defense. They are also to be allowed access to data in the back-end server. They are also to be allowed access to certified true copies, CTCs, of the data. Now, INEC got for itself a judgment allowing it to reconfigure beavers. What Labour Party is saying is that as of this moment, INEC is obeying the ruling on the reconfiguration of the beavers. It is not listening to the court order in other respects. That's cherry picking. It's unacceptable. It is a violation of Section 287 of the Constitution. However, the INEC chairman told the Labour Party lawyers yesterday, 60 of them, led by Levi Uzoku SAN, that, INEC will cooperate, INEC will do everything. But the other issue that the learned SAN, the learned Sikh, pointed out was that election matters are sui generis. They are time-bound. Out of the 21 days available to the Labour Party and the other party, 10 days have already gone. INEC will claim that it is preparing to organize elections on March 18. When is it going to allow access and obey the court order? And it has not gone back to the court to tell the court that it has difficulties. So we face a very difficult constitutional, likely, let me put it like that, constitutional crisis. And INEC has to know that the burden upon it, despite the fact that it has the presumption of regularity, is a very serious one. Labour Party, in consequence, through Dr. Tanko, Yunusa Tanko, who was the last person that showed up on the video, has already said Labour Party will go to the streets and protest all the way to INEC headquarters offices nationwide. I don't think the matter should get to that. INEC should tell us what the truth is. If INEC has difficulties, let it go back to the court. It is not in a position to violate Section 287. Now that President Buhari is saying anybody that violates the rule of law is on his own. Since 2015, he has no hand in it. And it has no powers given to it under the laws of the land to cherry pick.
Well, what else? I want to believe that this is strong enough. There is no other message that needs to be preached. This is strong enough. And right now, I'm not sure that the chairman of INEC is sleeping very fine. He's restless. He knows the kind of job that he took. He's restless right now. I'm sure that even if he has been giving money, allegedly that he has been giving some millions or whatever of dollars, whatever it is, I'm sure that if he wants to spend that money to eat, to drive a car, or to do whatever he wants to do, of course, I know he's a privileged person. Whatever he wants to do with it, there won't be that peace of mind. There won't be that peace at all. That is it. When he takes one bowl of tuwo shinkafa or whatever he used the money to buy, maybe he travels, maybe on vacation, wherever it is, he will always know that this thing that I'm eating is poison. That is the truth. That is the reality of it. Why? Because he has not done the right thing. Be neutral. Let people decide. That is the problem. And now people are beginning to realize that the power of the people have been rubbish for a very long time. And now they want to take it back. It's more or less like going back to the military era, military junta, where the military does whatever it is that they wish to do. Now, people say, no, we don't want this anymore. We want to take... Come on, look at these old people. They have already passed away. And now they want to rubbish this present time. They have already stolen everything. And people are fighting for the future, not even the present, because the present is gone. These people say, no, we are stealing your past, we are stealing your present, and the little one that remains in the future, that people are trying to get it back. Like, you know what? We want to get our things done right once and for all. Look at it. They are working tirelessly to make sure that you don't have anything. You see, when your back is pushed against the wall, what else do? You fight back with everything that you have. And that, I believe, is what is happening right now. All the voice is saying the same thing. Now, people might say, oh, is this not the same way media houses and a lot of people worked against Goodluck Ebele Jonathan to bring in this regime of Buhari? That's a thoughtful one. But what you need to know is this. Goodluck Jonathan's time, Buhari's time, or their predecessor, successor, whatever, plus this one that we are having that is going to succeed, all of them have nothing to offer. That is why Nigerians want to see the right thing done, and then they can begin to question and query the man at the ends of affair. And I think it's time for them to begin to reduce power of this president, because it's like they are the alpha and the omega. Constitution needs to be reviewed so that the president cannot do and undo. Of course, executive order, yes, you might have some, but there will be limited power for the president. And let them reduce their salary, so we'll not have this do or die affair. And every contract, everything needs to be put out there. Let us see what and what Nigeria is borrowing, how much they have returned, in what and what have they put it. So we can, that's called transparency. That's what we don't have. It has to be dealt with. Seriously. Now, what are your thoughts about this one? Let us know in the comment section below. Do not forget to like and share this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you're new here. See you in the next one.